Okay, second part. Let's continue. So, we're cleaning these dudes. Let's go. I think the base for this and this is the same. So, I'm going to grab all of this. Boom, 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 boom. Copy and flip with this tool here. Pop. And I'm going to move all of this here. But amazing. And yeah, now I'll group all of this again. And start. Looks like I have this thing here popping out, but there you go. Let's go. So yeah, we were talking about asking for help just last time. We were talking about the importance of joining communities or joining more people to learn, like in colleges, universities, and I understand sometimes it's difficult or it's very expensive. It was expensive, but if you have the opportunity to do so, I really encourage you. It's nothing like, I don't agree with those things that people says like, yeah, you don't need an animation degree to do this and this. Yeah, you don't need it, but it's also a very amazing experience to have. It's a very amazing experience to be in a classroom surrounded by people like-minded, having just jokes about animation. Most of my ideas that I have nowadays comes from conversation with friends. So from friends in college. And it's not necessarily that your ideas will come from there too, but you can find amazing people that you may not think exist out there, but they do. This dude is super chill there, and yeah. And it's really encouraging when you have mentors that have faith in you and they just supports you and they are pushing you. I remember one of my mentors. I hope he's working on a mentorship right now. I hope he will be able to get it out there. I would love to tell all of you about it soon. And I remember he used to put me aside in class, and he's like, Henry, what are you doing? And he's like, this animation feels like from someone that is just starting, someone that doesn't have all the background that you have. It's like, what is this? He was like, Henry. and I was like, no shit. And sometimes it's like that, like being not wanting to disappoint my mentors. Was one of the big deals that allowed me to build myself to build my work ethic and my discipline big time, because I didn't want to disappoint them. And I remember in 1 week, I disappointed 2 of my favorite teachers. I was in this 3D workshop, and I was in my classes in college at the same time. I was just grinding like crazy, both at the same time. Workshops online, classes in college, even having morning routines, drawing every day, going to live drawing. So I was grinding like crazy. And on top of all of that grinding, I also have my personal life. My hangouts and all of that stuff. So yeah, sometimes I went distracted, things in life and all of that, and boom, I didn't notice, and I made on the 3D class I made the same mistake like 2-3 times. This was like the third time I think I made the same mistake, and I'm not supposed to make that mistake, and I was like, dude, I'm so sorry. And this mentor was like, he didn't even say anything. He was like, just like, okay, Henry, you know what to fix. And I'm like, yes, so sorry. And same with you in classes in college, same thing. This teacher, this mentor put me aside of class, and he was like, Henry, what is this? It's like, I will not expect this from you, like all of that, blah, blah, blah. And I get so mad. But in a good way. Mad in a good way. And being like, fuck, I don't want to disappoint them again. And I was like, even I remember in the 3D mentor, I sent him a message. It's like, hey, I just wanted to send you this preview again from my assignment, just so you know, I will do my best to never make that mistake again. And they noticed that, and they are like, wow, nice, Henry, nice. And they just keep pushing me. So yeah, it's very important to have those who surround yourself by these people that push you more than you could imagine. But you know what? There's no excuses, even though if you have no one to push you. I remember when I was in Ecor, just starting to learn animation, doing courses online that I didn't have like guidance. I will even push myself. I will even push myself. I'm just making more than the courses will do. I remember, well, this one was guided, but was one of the first one of the courses that I was doing. And I remember these online courses offered like 2D rigs here in Tumum Harmony. And I remember I didn't just start the assignment with the rigs that they sent to me, but I grabbed the rigs and I break the rigs and I changed the color of the hairs of the hair of the character. And I, even though I didn't know much about rigging, I went there instead of the rigging and changed anything a little bit to make it unique. And I remember the last conversation that I had with the mentor of this course. He was like saying like thank you or something along the lines, because knowing how much I was pushing the rigs, how much I was pushing the assignments, it inspires the mentor to see that on other students. So always do more than you. Always just do more, just do more, just do more, just do more, and people will remember you for that. People will remember you, and people will help you for that because you're doing more. There you go. And yeah, those are one of the things that helps me a lot. Another thing that helps me a lot was to stop romanticizing animation, because I thought for a long time like, wow, this is something that not everyone can do. It's a privilege to do animation. Animation is this entity that is amazing. The moment you stop romanticizing animation, and the moment that I stopped romanticizing animation and start seeing it as just a skill that you can develop, if you put the time, everything went smoothly. Everything went like, okay, that means that I don't have to born to be an artist. I just have to work to be an artist, and I just work towards that. One of my mentors too, the one who works on clouds, he told me like everyone can become an animator if they just put the time. Everyone can, and I was like, everyone, because I was like, no, animation, just a few, so I have to be one of the few. Nah, everyone can, everyone can become an animator if they put the time. But I didn't know how to draw at all before 2021. Like I used to draw, but I used to draw like very awful beginner drawings. And when I start learning how to draw properly, start also doing mentorships in drawing and all of that, then is when I start. Where was the idea of not knowing how to draw? Sorry, I get lost. So yeah, I get lost too easily. It's because I saw myself in the camera and I was like, whoa, my god. and yeah. Yeah, not romanticizing animation. Everyone can do it. You just have to work hard. You just have to work hard. One of the things that I'm thinking the most is that right now, I feel like I just want to create my own stuff. And even though sometimes I feel like, maybe I'm losing working right now in some place, instead of working on my project, working in some place or stuff like that. But I don't know. It doesn't bring me too much joy right now. Just aimless, wanting to become a better artist. It's like, why is that I want to become a better artist? What is the reason that I want to improve my art? And the reason that I want to improve my art and become a better artist is because I want to create my own short films, to create my own pieces. So if that's the goal, then I'm already living my goal. I'm already living my dream. Because I train so hard, I work so hard to be able to express in this way that I'm expressing right now, freely to draw. That, you know, a job will always be there. My job, studios will always be there. But you know what's not always going to be there? Your ideas, the energy that you have to create your own ideas. I think those things have an expiration date. Or at least if you don't train that muscle, that creative muscle, those things starts going away. And also other things that starts coming to your life, maybe family, relationships, more responsibilities. Right now, I just want to enjoy this. I just want to enjoy this and share with you all the behind the scenes. So you can see that there's no magic trick, there's no secret. It's just sitting down and putting the work, putting the hours. It's just that. And as any career, this takes time and sacrifice. I was hearing this video of these two talking about manifestation, and it was like, people misunderstand how manifesting works. It's like, if you're not sacrificing anything, then you're not manifesting anything. Like, in order to manifest, there should be a sacrifice in the equation. And I was like, that's interesting, because it's true. I sacrifice a lot to be able to express freely, to draw. Yeah. Like moving to Canada, living in my hometown, my friends, and even the time that I could spend with them, just to master my craft. Well, I don't think I have mastered this, but it's a noble pursuit. Just being able to sacrificing a lot, that gives me also the confidence of being like, yeah, why not me? Why I cannot achieve anything that I want? Why I cannot be the person who creates a show or an amazing cartoon? Why cannot be me if I have sacrificed all of this already? So this confidence, or the confidence as an artist, that thing that I always hear about imposter syndrome, for me that's also bullshit. It's like, dude, no one knows better than you of how much effort you put behind the scenes. But if you lie to yourself in that amount of effort that you put behind the scenes, then of course you're going to feel imposter syndrome. Imposter syndrome is just insecurity, and insecurity comes from knowing that you haven't done your best yet. Henry, what? Like, dude, if you're okay with all the time and all the effort that you've put on this, or more than that, if you're okay with yourself, then, dude, there's no time to think about insecurities and imposter syndrome. Just cook. There you go, amazing. There you go. And then I'm taking all of this group, and there you go, we have that. And what I'm going to do right now is animate a simple cycle. Here, the legs moving from one way to the other. But before doing that, I'm going to get rid of this rough pass. I'm going to copy this and paste it here, black. Now I can animate one cycle here and another cycle here. Awesome. But look at my poster, dude. I'm like, let me go like this. Let me drink some water. Amazing. Let's go. So I'm going to ungroup all of this. I'm going to create a new frame here, duplicate this and get rid of all of these legs. And then I'm going to just change the legs, going from here to here. Opa. There you go. We can create some negative space like this here. But still, I want to be clean with my shapes. Even though this is going to be super small, we're not seeing too much. I want to be super clean here. Yeah, let's work on the extremes first. And then if I need to add another new animation, I will do so. If I have to have meetings, what the heck I'm talking about. Opa. And on the subject of romanticizing animation, that also gives you the chance to detach from the idea that you are what you achieve in animation, and that you are, even if it's like a job, or even if it's like what you have done. Like, for example, if I'm doing this and it doesn't look good, I'm not going to be pissed out with myself. I'm not going to be like upset with myself because this didn't come out great. I don't even care. And not caring is like a big deal, to be honest. It's big deal. And I remember Mike, one of my mentors. I'm always saying one of my mentors, but yeah, some of them are mentors, some of them become friends with the time. And I remember he always tells the story of wait. He always tells the story when he was in a convention or something, and he was drawing with some Sharpies, and he was making some cool drawings. And one of his friends told him like, "Hey, dude, how is that you do that? How is that you're able to draw so good with the Sharpies?" And he's like, "Dude, I just don't care." Dude, you just have to don't care. And that's so true. That's so true. I think he is the one that put me that concept in my mind of not caring. That's why also most of the time when I am working here, when I made a mistake, I'm like, whatever. Or I'm like, well, it didn't look well. Oh, it didn't work. Because that's how it is. That's how this is. This is the behind the scenes. Sometimes it doesn't work, but because I build the tools and because I have the experience and I put the time into this, I already know how to troubleshoot those things, so I'm not worried about it. I know that the future Henry can solve all of those things. And to be honest here, I have no idea if this is going to work. I have no idea if this is going to work or look okay. But I don't care. I'm enjoying and having a good conversation here with myself. But with you too. If you are listening to me, let me know if something of what I said made sense to you. If you disagree, also you can put in the comments and we can fight and we can just go crazy. No. we can talk. There you go. Upa. Bam. There you go. And also, not giving a F doesn't necessarily mean about losing quality in what you do or just being not interested on making the best you can. So now it's there, that information, that advice, I put it there. You know how to apply it or not, but there's a lot of discernment that have to be applied when listening, even to me or to anyone. A lot of discernment, because if I tell like, you just have to don't care, people will be like, oh, okay, I'm going to make bullshit. I don't care what I'm going to make. No, no, it's not about that. That's why discernment is so important. It's about on it's about just detaching yourself from the work that you do, but that doesn't mean that you don't push yourself to the to create or to bring high quality animations to your projects. So discern. I love one of my mentors. Used to tell me, Henry, you have to have your bullshit detector on all the time when you're asking for advice. And I'm like, great, thank you. I think I can say shit, yeah. And he was telling me like, you have to have your bullshit detector every time. Awesome. And then here I'm going to move this like this, and this also like this. You know, I don't want these two arms to go the same direction the same way, so I'm going to move this that way also. Awesome. This moves this way. Awesome. And this moves which way? Open that way. Now I think I will leave the outline of these and I will color and fill the inside. Yes, I'll do that. So it's more that was me talking with myself of what I was going to do next, because I was thinking of having no outline, but no, the outline will be important. Now I'm going to copy the same legs that I did here. I'm going to copy on the other side, on the other group. This is like when you study in high school and you have like different classrooms, like A and B. This is A and this is B. I used to be an A when I was in high school. And we were like, yeah, the losers of B. There you go. It was always like an interesting rivalidad between the high school courses. There you go. Boom. Awesome. So I just have to animate these ones. And I will take this and move. And move. I'm coming here and just painting here again on those holes, just in case if this space gets open. And because this is going to be super small, we're not seeing those little details, but still. Isn't it beautiful, guys? Designing and animating. Boop, 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 boop. And this arm also. Boop, 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 boop. Awesome. And what I'm going to do right now is paint all of this. So I'm going again to the color art, pressing, if I press K here, I'll reveal the line properties of these characters. But if I go to the color art and I press K, I'm not seeing that line property anymore. So I'm coming here and pressing here, and now I'm revealing all of that line properties. And I can come here and paint all of this like this. And if I reveal all of this, I will see, yeah, there you go, the silhouette and the color. Now these have almost the same value, so I'll make this a bit lighter, something like that, and that will make the work. Here also I'm going to pass that line here, coloring like this, and it's super fast. There you go. Same for the other one. So here, passing all of the information, coloring. Here again, passing all of the information, coloring. Amazing. And then I am copying and pasting. Let me mark this as a key and mark this as a key, so I know this is the first frame. Now copy and paste this here, and loop. And you know what? The loop of this one could be inverted, so we have the legs goes in different time for each one of these loops. Like this, like this, like this, like this, like this, yes, like this, like this. So we're having something like this. There you go. Now, let's reveal the entire composition. So the crowd, where's the crowd? The crowd. Taking all of this, copy and paste this here. Opening, creating a composite. Connecting all of this here, oopsie. Connecting all of this here. Putting a peg and a master peg and all of this. So I can make these smaller equally. Dude, this is going to be so small that all the designs that I did was for nothing. Wow, dude, this is... I could easily do just silhouettes and that would be enough. That's crazy. But there you go. Now you see how I designed this stuff either ways. I can't even... Wow. That's crazy. Now let's make it a little bit bigger. Something like this, awesome. Looks like cockroaches. Okay, so I'm coming here and making this, I put around here. So this will be like this and comes something like that. What the heck? There you go. As I told you, this was a surprise and how this was going to look like. Maybe we can see this a bit more. Nice, not bad, not bad, not bad. Okay, so these dudes have to be bigger here. And also bigger here. You know what? Let me put this here. Oopsie. I have to change the size of the buildings a bit. And pack the wheel jumping there, and that's it. Camera. Oh, I have a camera here. Let's animate the camera because we have a small movement here, getting closer to the character. Awesome. Dude, I can't believe I didn't need all the details that I did for these people. There you go. If someone while watching this animation press pause and appreciate those crowd designs, they'll see that those took 2 hours. And now the wheel. So can I animate this in the same car animation? Yeah. No, that's another one. I don't want to screw that one. Wheel. So here, let's go to the car. And let's choose this. So here, boom. Opa, wheel. So from here, boom. Then I want to hold here. I want to up. but no, too much. Looks better on my mind. So boom, boom, like a bouncing ball. We get here. We get up a bit. Then we're going down like that way. The foam starts falling, dropping. Need more time here. Boom, boom, boom. Now, you know what? I just want to go like pam, 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 pam. So from here, I don't want to draw this many times. Boom. There you go. And here, false. And then, boop. False here, maybe rotating a bit. Pop. And here, you can create a peg, put the pivot point here, and animate these getting closer to the camera. Boop, so it comes like here and a bit bigger, just a bit away from camera. Bam, boom, bam, boom. You know what? I can animate all of this in Cara. Boop, something like this. Here in the middle, will come like this. And here, should I slow out? Should the wheel slow out, or should I stay with speed? It's a very good question, my friends. Upa, upa. Whoop. I'll have to create an arc there. There you go, something like this. Boop, boop, boop. Maybe this could still be. Opa, opa, no, that way. When it falls, could rotate this way. Nah, I'll cheat that thing later. So poop, and then slides. And I'm going to break this everything on twos so I can add more animation. I can add my hand on this animation. But horrible, horrible. So poke, boom, 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 boom. Boom, boom. Here, I want to slow out. Actually, I want to stay in the same place and I want to squash here a bit and then move forward. But I want this to accelerate there. So I'm putting these dots closer to each other and then it starts coming even. Awesome. Boom. It's like it has like its own life. Now here, I want to add some bounciness. Boop. So here, up, then up again, but not that much. Down, up a bit, down, up a bit. There you go. Boom, boom, boom. and then maybe I can make the car explode later, because I will revisit these scenes during the at the end. Once I finish animating, I will revisit all of these scenes, adding the special effects. But for now, this is it. For now, this is the animation, the character animation, the prop animation for this scene. And this light thing that will be there in the sidewalk, I will ask the background artist, the layout artist, to help me with that. So yeah, that's it. This is the second part of this video, and hope you enjoy it. I hope you like it, and this is the final result. This is the final result. Can't wait to add fire around the city and to have the final BG, the final background here. But yeah, this is it. See you next time. Bye bye.